Warren Buffett has already given us the secret to getting rich on Wall Street. We need to be greedy when other people are fearful and be fearful when other people are greedy. That's easier said than done. We're going to look more deeply into the financial health of charts using the CTKS method. With that said, let's run the numbers. When looking at financial markets, it's a wonderful concept to understand that the charts are alive. They have a heartbeat and a pulse. Financial health is reflected in the charts. Why am I showing you ECGs and EKGs? And by the way, they're the same thing. When it comes to financial markets, it's not an easy thing to understand the financial health of the chart that you're looking at. They're complex. Just as a doctor would try to understand the health of a patient's heart by looking at an ECG or an EKG, we look at charts in the same manner. Medical staff need a lot of skill to understand an ECG and what it means. After all, the patient's life may depend on it. There's a lot to understanding an ECG or an EKG, and there's a lot to understanding the financial health of a specific chart as well. Many people just want to look at one line and say that line dictates where this particular chart is going. It's the same thing with an ECG. It's not that simple. Just like in an ECG, all the waves, all the numbers, all the letters, they actually mean something. But this would be hidden, this knowledge would be hidden from anybody who didn't have the understanding. With financial charts, there's so many patterns, but there is a structure underneath all of those patterns. There's also a complication when it comes to financial charting. The heartbeat of one chart depends on the heartbeats of other charts. You can see, even though an ECG or an EKG may look easy to understand, there's nothing easy about it unless you have the knowledge. I received this direct message on Twitter. Ken, I just completed the hottest trade for me so far, thanks to what you taught me. I lay it into NVIDIA sometime last year and also had the mindset to hold on when I was 50% down. Earlier this year, my bank contacted me to advise me that NVIDIA is a lost cause, and I had received their sell recommendation. I was about 20% down then. I analyzed the chart once more, now with the Stanfield levels in there, and I said, no, not doing that. My sell target had been at the SL at 367. When NVIDIA shot up past in pre-market, I placed an order with my bank and sold at 374 on the bell. I made $11,500 today, and I could never have done it without you. Thank you for everything that you do, Ken. It's absolutely working out there in the field. I absolutely adore stories like this. I love to see people succeeding. It's just wonderful. You can always reach out and directly message me on Twitter at any time. A very kind thank you to this person for sharing. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. I'm going to do something really different. I haven't done this ever before on the public channel. I'm going to zoom out and show you how you can use the CTKS method standard certification as an investor and not just as a trader. And we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. That entering and exiting is what traders excel at. Investors excel at hodling or holding on. The two skills combined are absolutely unbeatable. Last year, NVIDIA was coming down to strong support, and then we saw in October starting to break through that, forming a higher low, and then pushing through the variety of very solid structural levels up to this one. This one, between 305 and around 283, was very, very strong, and there was a fresh air gap above that particular level. When NVIDIA posted its massive beats on earnings, the stock absolutely rallied through that fresh air gap. And you can see that gap right here. when there's been an enormous amount of resistance that's kept the price underneath it for a substantial amount and period of time, and a fresh air gap above, you can get these explosive moves. And this is what this particular community member, this elite member who understood the CTKS method, looked at. That's exactly why they placed their sell order so high above. It doesn't matter if you're a trader or you're an investor, the CTKS method will help you incredibly. NVIDIA's chart is actually a tier 3 chart that we mark up inside the service. You can do the CTKS method standard certification on ctksmethod.org, but there is a very interesting thing that you need to bear in mind. The interdependenships between various things come out inside the masterclass. There are a lot of foundations that you need. You need to understand how to look beyond the market and understand the heartbeats of so many other charts and how they will impact what you're trading and investing in. Then it comes to finding the market's focus, understanding where to actually focus your attention. Before you buy and sell, having real wealth and positive excellence is very, very important. And I'm going to come to something a little bit later on that gives you an indication why. And then there are many ways to buy and sell effectively, and we cover those inside the masterclass. The masterclass also has a living video section where we keep up to date with what's happening inside the market. It also has, as a bonus, level 1 standard certification and level 2 standard certification, and a lot more LVs. The Meditative Mind has very kindly put forward a partial CTKS Masterclass scholarship. You can see that the masterclass is pretty big. It requires a lot of dedication and commitment. In life, what you put in is what you get out. And if you go across to testimonials, you'll see a lot of different testimonials down here. I could scan through them, but there's simply too many to look at. It gives you an idea of how different people have found the masterclass. I would also like to thank the CTKS ambassadors. That's the highest honor in crypto technical analysis, and you can reach out to these particular ambassadors as well. If you don't know where the levels are, the health levels of any particular chart, it gets really difficult to trade it. You're very likely to listen to broker recommendations and sell when you shouldn't be. The market will reward your persistence, commitment, your learning, your inner peace and outer peace. In short, it rewards your synchronization. Positive excellence gives you that powerhouse investing and trading mindset that is absolutely critical to overcoming fear. Sanjeev in yesterday's video left a beautiful comment. Thank you so much, Sanjeev. Sanjeev said, "My commitment to positive excellence has made me twice the man I was before I met you two." Many people have found positive excellence to be absolutely life-changing. Positive excellence or real wealth is absolutely critical before you buy or sell. If you don't have that, you're likely to listen to broker recommendations and go down with a loss. The key in life is to empower your own financial health. You must get ready before you pull the trigger on any particular investment or trade. And that includes mental preparation and background research, such as looking at the hearts that will impact the heartbeat of the chart that you are trading or investing on. When it comes to understanding financial health, remember that one chart can impact others, especially the tier 1s, and Bitcoin is a tier 1 chart. It's an excellent way to track risk on or risk off sentiment inside all markets. Effective investing and effective trading requires a lot of rules, and we have Rule 45, one of our favorites. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. What does this actually mean? It means when Bitcoin goes down, what happens to Ethereum? It goes down. What happens to Binance Coin? It goes down. What about XRP? Yes, it's going down. What about ADA? Yep, it's going down as well. Doge is going down. Solana is going down. Matic is going down. But it also applies to the upside. What happens when Bitcoin's gravitational alignment pushes price up? You got it. The alts are going up. And what I did here was to just give you something interesting for you to look at. We can see from this bottom here, where Bitcoin sold down and then rebounded, up to this peak here, Bitcoin rose 2.94%. What did the other alts do? We can see Ethereum came up 3.26%. Binance Coin was a lot weaker, only 1.22% up. There's a lot of issues surrounding Binance at the moment, especially with the cutoff of the AUD ramps in Australia. To its service, XRP up 2.46%. ADA just a little bit weaker as well, 1.66% up. Doge really outshined, 3.74% up. Solana, known for its spikiness, came up 3.52%, but look at this earlier peak. That was up a lot more than that. Something interesting to keep your eye on. Matic came up the champion at 5.49%. Well done, Matic. Matic has been quite weak recently. It's good to see Matic have a bit of a comeback. Keeping your eye on what the major indices do is very, very important. When the S&P 500 broke below a smart money buy area, it was headed to the next smart money buy area. If it couldn't hold on to that, it was headed to the next smart money buy area. And we can see that it turned around. These are literally safety nets within structure of charts. These SCs, or Stanfield zones, are drawn through scientific structure. They're not made up and they don't reflect recent indicative price. A lot of people say TA, or technical analysis, is really good if you're looking at the left-hand side of the chart. And I would have to agree, a lot of TA is like that. The TA here, through the CTKS method, seeks to figure out where the right-hand side of the chart could potentially go from a probabilistic perspective. And what are we looking here? Elite members of the service and those who've drawn up their charts with the CTKS method understand that this area is a strong resistance. It's no surprise to us at all that it's come up here and been rejected. Remember what happened on NVIDIA's chart. NVIDIA was consolidating below very, very powerful resistance and grinding higher. We see this kind of action on the S&P 500. If we break above there, ooh, look at that fresh air gap. Things could get very, very interesting inside the main markets. Always remember, price is moving in a wave. How is it moving in a wave? It's moving between a smart money buy area and a smart money sell area. That's what it's doing. If it comes down to a safety net, it's going to get pinged up to a ceiling if it's strong enough. If it's not strong, it's going to go through that safety net to the next safety net. One way that our community is so incredibly different, we do not hold just one position. We're very, very smart. We hold 3 simultaneous positions in our mind. We understand that the markets control the return. We control the trade or investment, as you saw with that spectacular NVIDIA trade that was done. We assume that the market can go against us. We don't mind scaling in on the right side of the percentage, but on the wrong side of the trade, because we know the structure inside the market. This is what all professionals do. The psychology behind the NVIDIA trade was to understand the safest time to invest or trade is when there's blood in the streets. This quote has its origination from Baron Rothschild in the 18th century, and what he said, he is a very, very wealthy man. He said, "Buy when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own." This is what is termed getting on the right side of the percentage. Smart money has been doing it for centuries. Warren Buffett, one of the world's greatest investors, said, "I'll tell you a secret to getting rich on Wall Street. You try to be greedy when others are fearful, and you try to be fearful when others are greedy." Rule 621 is how we say exactly the same thing. Buy on red, sell on green. That's Borsog. And you'll see little eagles flying around in the comments on YouTube. Thank you, Al. That's all about Borsog. We're a small family, a small global family, but we're a family of eagles. And congratulations, Mangi. Mangi is the proud owner of Borsog number 1. Wow. To trade or invest on the right-hand side of a particular chart, you must know all the heartbeats of the tier 1s. It's really, really important. Bitcoin is a tier 1 and is currently trading at 26,456. In the past trading session, we saw Bitcoin's price break down to the 25,900 mark, and then what did it do? It came up to flirt with the next smart money sell level at around that $26,620. We see this all the time. If you lose a smart money buy level, you're heading towards the next one. If it rebounds, you're heading back towards the next smart money sell level. It's a ceiling. If it's been broken and you've fallen through the floor, you're looking up and saying, oh, I got to get through that. If we see positive momentum inside the market, we'll come up and seek to challenge around this $28,000 level. But however, if we lose that lower around the 25,900 mark, the next smart money buy level is a long way down. So we must be careful that safety net is not close. And that's why we must look at market structure. We're determining the health of this patient. We're financial doctors. Always remember that the crypto market is driven by Bitcoin. The main markets take their power from the S&P 500. The greatest gainers in the past 24 hours, AGIX, Axie Infinity, OKB, Rune, Engine, HT, and Mana. The metaverse and AI are coming up. The greatest losers past 24 hours, top 100, Neo, Carver, Synthetics, Flare, Ape, Algo, and LDO. I was really touched by Sanjeev's kind sharing. If you found positive excellence to be beneficial to you, please let Kate and I know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And thank you again, everybody, for your kind second birthday wishes. As a global family, we are dedicated and committed. We either win or learn and never blame. We always solve our problems with positive excellence. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.